Hey there, ladies and gents. This is the Zombie Fetus coming at you with some Dead Island action. This is actually my second playthrough, the Game Plus, if you will. As you can see, I've got a burst action M16 rifle. So yeah, you don't usually start with this, obviously. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to show you directly some of these tips and tricks that I'm offering, but I can at least tell you them, and at least you guys, when you're at that point in the game, you'll be able to use the information. So one of the first things that I realized, well, actually it wasn't, unfortunately, one of the first things that I realized, or I'd be in much better shape. But instead of running around the game with tons of money in your pocket, right now I don't have much, 2,900, that's chump change. Like I said, I just finished the game, so I ended up buying a bunch of badass shit. But yeah, anyway, every time you die, you lose, I believe, 10% of your money. And when you're walking around with 50 grand in your pocket, like I usually am, that could be quite a big problem. So, you know, you're losing 5 grand every time you die. And once you get later on in the game, that's, you know, that starts to add up real quick when you're dying every couple minutes, or, you know, unless you're badass like me and you don't die. Yeah, no, not really, but yeah, anyway, so a way to avoid losing all that money. Oh, get some, zombie. Yeah, baseball bat to death. But yeah, anyway, the best way to avoid losing all your money when you die, when you get into the, I believe, next act, it could be Act 3, you save a young woman named Jin. And what she will do for you is let you store weapons with her. So instead of selling all your weapons when your inventory fills up, what you want to do is save. You can save any of the weapons you want, but I prefer to just save the you know, purple, blue, epics and whatnot, just for space sake. I believe you can actually, I don't even know if there's a limit to how much you can store with her. I've yet to get to it, and I loaded tons of shit up on her. But what you do is end up just getting a stockpile and leaving it stored with her. So you end up getting 20, 30, 40 grand worth of weapons stored on Jin. So when you die, you only lose, you know, 10% of the cash in your pocket, which can be very little if you're not selling everything always. So yeah, basically you can have a savings with her for, you know, just keeping, you know, 40, 50 grand worth of weapons on her. So when you come across a piece of, or a weapon that you want to buy, you just go and take everything off her and then sell it and purchase what you need, or take only what you need, basically using her as a bank. I know it sounds kind of obvious, but I never did that. I was just kind of sold everything I had when I got it and kept the cash on hand and lost a huge chunk of it every time I died. So yeah, like I said, can be perceived as common sense, but you know, some of the most obvious shit can go right over your head, you know, when you're first starting out. So one of the other things that I'd like to point out, let's see here, is with the character I'm playing, I don't even remember his name, but it's you know, Hootie Voodoo Bitch, that cat, the big old black dude. Instead of speccing down Fury at all, basically what I did was just put 1 point in Fury, so you have the special ability. That was actually, I think, the first thing I chose, just so you can use that throughout. It comes in really, really handy early. Second, I actually picked regenerate 10% of health per minute, which now looking back, that's virtually nothing, and there's enough cokes and bars and whatnot, you know, for you to fill up your health around the place, and 10% of health a minute is fucking nothing considering most zombies hit you for, you know, 2 or 3 bubs of your health, so I wouldn't even recommend getting that. So after your first skill point upgrade, I would go for Fury, and the rest I would go down the combat tree. This is by far the most strong tree for him as far as, you know, using blunt weapons go, considering, you know, this first one here gives you, you know, an overall bonus, and moving on you'll start to see, you know, force, which is the ability to knock zombies down, durability, which is a huge one, which is going to save you lots of money in the long run, and right here is your big one, the tackle, and this takes 3 different upgrades to actually make it worth a shit. But when you tap shift, you can run, obviously, and but when you get the 3rd upgrade, you can just charge through people.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck indeed. This dude is taking a bath in some plasma. Some crazy shit. But anyway, let me find you guys. Here we go, and slam. That with that tackle move, you put people down pretty quick. You know, that's probably one of the best moves in the game, especially when you get later on and you got fucking 10 zombies coming at you. You can just charge straight through them, knock them down, turn around, and beat the shit out of the ones that are standing up. One of the other main things, I was really stingy about modding my weapons. I don't know why. I don't know, I guess I'm just kind of cheap and kind of a hoarder all around in video games, and I'll stockpile all this shit and never end up using it, and I just have a Pack Rat's inventory. So, yeah, so do not be stingy with mods. I would not recommend modding anything under a purple item. A blue, maybe if it's, you know, if it's the first item you get, you know, early on, that's like of any value, and not white or green. Something else as far as the damn, seriously, you can let me go through there. Alright, try this. Here we go. As far as items to mod your weapons, holy shit, that was fucking ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, when you get to the end game and you get this shock mod, which is one of the next things I was going to bring up, you get to do ridiculous shit like that. So, yeah, the shock mod, in my opinion, there's 3 levels of them. Is the best one in the game, in my opinion, at least for this character with blunt weapons. It has a chance to proc and shock the enemy, which will knock them down, and then you have the chance to head stomp them, or it launches them off into the distance, and whatever they hit will break them apart. Typically, it doesn't take a whole lot to have zombies take fall damage in this game, or impact damage. So if you knock them against a wall very lightly, they're usually going to shatter into a shitload of pieces. But anyway, yeah, as you get later on in the game, you're going to come across shops. And the shops are completely random as far as what they sell. They will change if you quit the game. Ooh, slam! Or basically, if you log in, log out, and log back in, slam. Or if you level up, they will change. And I believe if you complete a mission, it might only be certain missions. So basically, you want to be checking those shops as often as you possibly can for epic weapons, mainly. I mean, you can obviously buy purple or blue if you want, but what I'll do is, you know, at a certain point in the game when you can fast travel to different locations, you can, you know, I'll be kind of cheap sometimes, you know, and I'll log out, log back in, and cruise all the shops for an epic weapon. They don't have it, you know, I'll play a little bit, log back out, log back in, cruise all the shops, you know. So I basically just try to roll with epic weapons, or at purple at the minimum. Because, you know, if you're going to be spending the money and the time to upgrade them fully, and, oh, son of a bitch, I'm in bad shape. Time to find some grub. Oh shit, son. Alright, lady, come here. Yeah, basic as hell, but man, the kick move is totally underrated. That shit will save your ass, especially when you start fighting infected, those motherfuckers who will haul ass at light speed to your face. But where was I? Oh yeah, also while you're cruising the stores to purchase epic weapons, you also want to keep an eye out for, in my opinion, wire and metal scraps, which can be kind of difficult when you're looking for them to find them throughout the game. So, and they're relatively cheap, like 100, 200 bucks a piece. So I would stock up on metal scraps and wires, so you have plenty of the ingredient to make the shock mods. They all different levels. Oh no, piece of shit's falling apart. Good thing I got another one. So yeah, so when you are ready to mod out your weapons and not be stingy with them, you can put the shock mod on pretty much anything you get. So yeah, cruise the shops and find those epic weapons. That is what it's all about. Drop to green. Another thing that you might see in my skills is very late game I did go for the lock picking skill, which in hindsight was a waste, considering even the level 3 boxes that I've come across rarely had anything in them. It was mostly flimsy shit, just like the standard unlocked boxes. And coincidentally enough, the only 2, maybe 3 epic weapons I actually found in the chest in the game were from completely regular unlocked boxes. So go figure. In my opinion, yeah, that lockpick skill was a total waste and could have been put in pretty much anything else and been more useful. you know, as mentioned before, you're most likely gonna find most of your epic weapons from either missions or purchasing them from vendors, which is the way to go, considering there's not a whole lot else you're gonna spend your money on except weapons and mods. So, and upgrading your weapons. Each weapon can be upgraded 4 times, and for upgrading a decent weapon, you're talking $1 grand or $2 per upgrade times 4. So, you know, you start spending some serious dough there. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else now that I've played through the game that I kind of wish I knew starting out. Like I said, one of the main things just to remember is, you know, keep as much shit as you can stored with Jin, and that doesn't happen until Act 2 or 3, remember. So, you know, at the start, you're just going to have to sell it off and try your best not to die and lose all your fucking money, you know, obviously. But yeah, keep that shit stored up, so you basically got a bank account with her and just pull out what you need, sell what you need, and purchase, you know, right then, so you're not running around with a massive wad of cash that you can lose. Guns in this game, which don't come extremely late, until extremely late, well, not, you know, relatively late, I should say, are, in my opinion, pretty fucking useless against zombies, considering they do very menial damage. The only time I ever used guns were versus other humans. Oh, you bitch. I'll kill you in the face for that. Which, anyway, yeah, guns, that's where I was at. The only time I ever used them were to fight other humans with guns at long range, because trying to run up on them with a baseball bat of death will get your ass shot up and dead really fucking quick. I can't count how many times I, you know, grew a set of steel nuts and charged up on him with my bat and was fucking dead before I hit the ground before I got to him. So, whoa, I'm on 2 bubs of health here, so I gotta play it a little cool. Alright, bitch. Ooh! Damn, computer chugged a little bit there. I'm playing on a laptop, so this ain't exactly the best gaming rig in the world, but does the trick. So, yeah. Oh, and another thing, as far as killing thugs, which you'll come across later as well, and I'm dead. Killing thugs coming across later, one of the best things to do, I found, is to, if you have a sharp weapon, obviously aim for their arms to try to cut off their arms, so all they have is their head to attack you with, and you can get up right in close and beat the shit out of them. Otherwise, with a blunt weapon, if you let the cursor hover over for just a second, it'll auto-target a certain body part, and you can try to break the arms of the thugs, so they're just flailing around like limp noodles, and then you go in for the kill later. Oh, back the fuck up, Schlamp, son. Get fucking sunned. Anyway, and also something else you're gonna run across much later are the butchers. And the big motherfuckers, I can't remember their name in the straitjacket, you probably saw them in the game previews, but yeah, those dudes are virtually unkillable unless you are in a car and you run them over. So as you come across vehicles, especially later game, do as many missions and as much as possible while you're in a car, because you're going to run across some badass shit, and most likely you're going to get fucking trolled by them unless you roll them in a car. So yeah, guys, like I said, I'm sorry I didn't have the chance to help you guys visualize a lot of the shit I've been saying, considering, you know, I just started the game over. But yeah, it looks like my PC is starting to crap out here now, which it seems to do after I've been running fraps for a minute. But hopefully the couple hints I've given you guys will help you start out well and know what to look for in the future. So yeah, Zombie Fetus out. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.